Last night, we were treated to a Luka masterclass in a critical Game 2 at home, while the Pacers and Bucks turned up the heat in a rivalry that's boiling over. This is playoff basketball at its finest, so let's dive right into the action, starting in Los Angeles, where Anthony Edwards' mind games met Luka's ice-cold revenge.
In the regular season series, 3 of the 4 games were decided. That's a bank shot from distance, and Doncic cans it. And here comes Doncic, doubling. 37 for Doncic. Game 1 to the hole. Just glides for 2. He's got a quick 11.
First up, the Lakers-Timberwolves showdown. After Anthony Edwards' now iconic three-pointer in Game 1 that had the internet buzzing, he was feeling himself. Before Game 2 even tipped off, Edwards strutted through the Lakers' shoot-around, casually asking Luka for a basketball like he was the team's equipment manager. Luka chuckled it off, but you could see the fire in his eyes. When the ball went up, it was all business. In the regular season, these teams split a tightly contested series, with 3 of 4 games decided by single digits. But tonight, Luka was on a mission. Early in the first quarter, he drained a silky bank shot from deep, gliding past Jaden McDaniels like he was a traffic cone. Moments later, he Euro-stepped through Karl-Anthony Towns for an and-one layup, racking up a quick 12 points. Edwards, McDaniels, Towns. No matter who Minnesota threw at him, Luka was cooking with ease. Then, with his second straight three-pointer, he locked eyes with the Timberwolves bench, letting them know who was in charge. Timeout, Minnesota. Luka single-handedly outscored the T-Wolves 18-6 in the opening frame, and the Lakers surged to a 17-point lead. Revenge was on the menu, and Luka was serving it cold. The second quarter was no different. Luka, a 5-time first-team All-NBA stud, was too crafty for Rudy Gobert. He hit a step-back jumper over the Defensive Player of the Year, then faked Gobert out of his shoes for a floater, flashing a smirk as the crowd erupted. It's like Rudy's become Luka's favorite punching bag. Every time they match up, Doncic turns him into a highlight reel. When Luka wasn't scoring, he was dishing dimes. Picture this: a no-look, behind-the-back pass to Dorian Finney-Smith for a thunderous dunk, followed by a laser to LeBron James for a corner 3. Luka had 6 assists by halftime, and the Lakers were up by 20. But Minnesota didn't roll over. The Wolves clawed back with a 9-0 run, sparked by Gobert stripping Luka at the rim and lumbering down for an awkward but effective layup. Edwards capped the half with a ridiculous crossover on Austin Reeves, leaving him in the dust before sinking a fadeaway. The deficit was down to 14, and the Wolves had life heading into the locker room. The second half kicked off with Edwards in superstar mode. He exploded for a poster dunk over Jackson Hayes that had LeBron James' jaw on the floor. Check the replay. LeBron's reaction was priceless. Edwards kept chipping away, stealing a pass, and racing for a transition bucket. Julius Randle, who had a steady night, found Gobert for an easy 2, but LeBron was livid, screaming at the refs for a foul call on Randle. Only King James can get away with that without a technical. Minnesota cut the lead to 10, and Lakers coach J.J. Redick had seen enough. He went nuclear on his team, veins popping, yelling, "Lock in or we're done." That lit a fire under LA. Luka answered with a burst, feeding Finney-Smith for a wing 3, then hitting Reeves for another triple. A 12-0 Lakers run in under 2 minutes pushed the lead back to 22, and Minnesota called a timeout shell-shocked. But the game wasn't without drama. A bizarre sequence saw 2 quick whistles go LA's way, both challenged and overturned by Wolves coach Chris Finch in just 18 seconds. First, a foul on Randle was reversed after he cleanly blocked Luka. Then, a goaltending call was waved off. Reggie Miller on the broadcast was fuming. These refs gotta get it together. Too many mistakes tonight. The officiating was shaky on both sides, no question. Heading into the fourth, the Lakers held a 15-point edge. Austin Reeves' doppelganger, okay, maybe just his hot hand, nailed a fadeaway jumper while the real Reeves hyped it up from the sideline, pausing dramatically to admire his own play. Paranormal activity in LA. Minnesota fought back with a 14-4 run, led by Randle's corner 3 and McDaniels' hustle. After McDaniels scored a tough layup, he tangled with Luka's legs, tripping him. Luka was furious, barking at the refs, but LeBron and Reeves calmed him down. In crunch time, the Lakers leaned on their stars. Reeves hit a silky crossover jumper, shooting 40% from the field. Then, with the Wolves threatening, Luka lost the ball in traffic, but LeBron saved the day. He picked Edwards' pocket in transition, raced down court, and fed Reeves for a layup, a massive 4-point swing. LeBron finished with 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, while Luka fell 1 assist shy of a 32-point triple-double. The Lakers held Minnesota to 87 points on 39% shooting, evening the series 1-1 in a gritty, low-scoring battle. Before we wrap, a quick nod to the West. In Oklahoma City, the Thunder steamrolled the Grizzlies again. Despite a quiet night from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren and OKC's bench dominated, outscoring Memphis Reserves 35-5. Ja Morant had a jaw-dropping block on Holmgren, but the Thunder led by 25 at one point, cruising to a 2-0 series lead. Meanwhile, we had 2 nail-biters yesterday, Nuggets Clippers and Knicks Pistons. That's the recap, folks. Luka turned the Wolves into his playground, the Pacers outran the Bucks, and the Thunder kept rolling. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the hottest playoff storyline so far? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.